Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do my June TBR. So this is going to be a little different. I'm going to try a few different things. I'm having trouble with my TBRs this year. It just seems they're not working. I really should just acknowledge the fact that I'm a mood reader. So the thing is, I am a scheduler by trade, and I do try to schedule myself to read things. I just don't do a very good job of it. I'm a procrastinator as well, and so the things I put on my TBR, the solid stuff, I usually wait till the end of the month to read. And I throw in all these other books that I'm just, that are, I catch my eye and I just read those instead, or my mood tells me to read this. And May actually was a great mood reading in the way that I picked up some books that I didn't expect to, or they were kind of on the back burner kind of thing, and then I got really into those books. So it was a really good reading month that way. So June, I kind of want to do, I'm taking away the kind of the pressure. I think there's only 3 books that I'm going to put like on my TBR, but I'm also like going to be really loose and not be mad at myself if things don't happen. Because I want to join a lot of readathons, but I also want the ability to move, in those and decide if I want to read those or not. So let's go through the readathons first. There's 3 of them that I'd like to at least take part in, at least read one book. We'll see what happens. Doesn't always happen. Caribathon is happening this June. I think it's from the 9th to the 17th. I'm not sure. I'll have it listed down below. I forgot to look up the dates. And I have 2 books that are already in my possession that I'd like to get to for that. I have a mystery. I have The Bone Readers by Jacob Ross. I think it's the first book in, I don't know if it's in a series, but this one is on an island I don't know. Kamako? I don't know. Anyway, I know I heard about this last year at some point, somebody reading it for it. So, and did I mention it's being put on by Karen at Run Right Reads? Sorry, so I'll have her announcement video linked below. Anyway, so this is like a mystery, so I bought this. I would like to get to that. It just sounds interesting where I think a man, there's a murder, and then somehow it's connected. I don't know. I think it has kind of a weird, mysterious, observant other person. I don't know. I don't remember anymore. Sorry, I don't know very much about any of these books. Just letting you know, these are just the ones that are kind of hovering of what I think I might pick up. The other book is a book I borrowed from my dad. It's A High Wind in Jamaica by Richard Hughes. So I don't think this was written by somebody. I actually have to check. I'll have to look more into it. Yeah, he wasn't born there or anything. My only connection is through the name, which is bad. But I just want to, this is a book I have to read because it's a borrowed book. So I don't know anything about this book. Something about decayed plantation houses and late 19th century Jamaica. So that's about all I know. I don't know anything else. We'll find out. Anyway, so those are the only 2 that I have kind of hovering that I might pick up for Caribathon. So then the other one is Ancientsathon, which is put on by Jennifer Brooks and Tori at Hufflepuff Discovery. It is going to be all of June. So I just pulled off the kind of classics I had on my shelf that I should get to at some point that are, I think it's any literature anything written before 1700. So I have, see, I'm not gonna be able to say any of these names. My brain is just not awake this morning. But these are the plays with the, I can't say, yeah, they're just, all the words are just the Sophocles, and then Oedipus. So how do you say that? I don't know. I'm not, sorry, my brain is just not connecting with words right, or, I just not working. Anyway, but this is one that has all the plays if I want to read some plays. I've never read any of those plays. I do have Inferno by Dante, so that's the only part that I own. I know Jennifer Brooks has been doing a read-along, and I kind of wanted to join that, but at the time I was not up for it. So, but I do have this older thing. I don't know if any of these, this is translated by, Paul Roche. And then this one is translated, it doesn't say. Oh, I'll have to search for the narrator. If I do read it, I'll have a narrator, but anyway, so, but at least I can read part of it. I've never read any of Dante, like I think I read a section of it in college, you know, so. I also had The Voyage of Argo by Apollonius, I don't know, something, Rhodes. Again, this is about Jason and the Argonauts and stuff, so, it's a prose version, yeah, translated by E.V. Rio, or something like that. Anyway, so again, I have that. These are just, and then I have the Oresteia by, oh, I can't remember how to say this. I don't know how to say that. I remember I can hear other people saying it, but I can't do it. But it's Agamemnon, the libation bearers, and the Eumenides. So I guess these are also plays. So and again, I have some options that maybe not fast reads, but maybe not as dense. I also have the Aeneid, and I've never read this one. This is translated by Robert. This is Virgil, of course, then translated by Robert Fitzgerald. So I don't know translation-wise. I picked this up quite a few years ago because I thought there was going to be a read-along at some point, and I either missed it completely or not. So I got it for like $1. Anyway, so that one's also in verse. So I don't know. So again, I don't know anything about that. Actually, this is actually one I've been meaning to get to. I just want to know more. And then I got from the library Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, and this is the translation by Simon Armitage, which I hear is really good. So again, it's also in verse. And because the movie The Green Knight's coming out soon, I wanted to read this. So this is probably, and because it's a library book, and I think I have to read it pretty soon because someone's already put a hold on it, so I have to read this. So this is my only library book in here, but maybe I'll get to this. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, so those are all for my options for Ancientsathon. So I don't know what I'll pick up. And then there's another readathon of June with it's called Pastoral June, which Angie at Literary Labors and I just Summer at Cozy Reading with Quaker Cats is putting on. So they have it's about, you know, reading more country books, I guess, or things that take place in the country. So I have a couple books that I just happen to be on my shelf I'd like to get to that I've either heard other people were reading or, again, I just thought of them. One of them is A Month in the Country by J.L. Carr. I've been meaning to get to this for a long time, and about a man who goes to the country for a job kind of thing. So I don't know, but I've had that for a long time. An Irish Country Doctor by Patrick Taylor. So again, I think that's pretty clear. It looks like country to me. Anyway, and I actually got this book from Liz Schubert when she was going through some of her books. So I would like to try to get to that. I don't know anything about it. I just saw it, thought it looked interesting. South Riding by Winifred Holtby. This is a book that's been on my shelf for a couple years now, and I've been meaning to get to this. It's chunky. But, again, it's another, a woman goes back to her hometown to become a headmistress at a school, I think. So, I don't know anything beyond that, but I've heard good things about her writing and about her books. So, I like to get to that. And then I think the group read is Lochrise to Candleford by Flora Thompson. So, I'm hoping to get to this one as well. Anyway, we'll see. I've never watched the series, so, because I'm bad like that. I don't watch very many series. So we'll, as I said, I'm going into this really blind. I don't have any clue what this book is about. It's about some Oxfordshire communities. I don't know. So anyway, those are my picks that I'm going to pick from. We'll see what I feel like for that readathon. So, and then I have a couple books that are, kind of just are hopefuls or ones I think I'm gonna get to. I'm doing joining a read along with Kate Howe for The Sun in the Morning by MMK, My Early Years in India and England. So this is the author, MMK, and it's her biography, her autobiography on her early life. It's like a 3-part autobiography, and this is the first part that talks about her early years. So I've not read anything by her. She's one of the historical fiction writers I'd like to get to. At some point I have one of her books on my shelf, I saw Kate talk about this and I thought, okay, I'll just give it a shot. So it sounded interesting. So we're going to read that this month. I have my Booktube Spin number 2 pick that I need to get to, which is Black Count, Glory, Revolution, Betrayal, and the Real Count of Monte Cristo by Tom Rees. So this also, I was going to count it kind of for Caribathon because he was born in, I can't remember now. Was it I can't remember which, Haiti. Or, well, it was Saint Dominica. I don't know how you say that right now. Chat. it's Cooper. Anyway, so, again, this is about Alexander Dumas's father. And, because I finished The Count of Monte Cristo, and again, I like Alexander Dumas. I don't know a lot of history about his family, so and this was my number 1 on my list. So, for the Booktube Spin, which was put on by Rick MacDonnell. And he's doing that every few months. So, and you have 2 months to read it. And June is the 2nd month, so I need to get to that. So I do hope to get to that this month. I also am probably going to continue with the Kate Daniels series. So I've read 2 of them so far, and I like the second one a lot better than the first one. Spoiler for my update tomorrow. But so I want to continue this series. I read the first 2 with Tia and all the books. So I think we're going to continue in June with number 3, Magic Strikes. So we'll see what happens. I think it's a 10-book series. I'm not quite sure, but I have like 6 of them on my shelf. So I don't have to buy any quite yet. But it's urban fantasy with an alternate Atlanta where magic and technology, one goes in and one goes out, like, so you could use tech only during certain times, and then the magic is only you can use or is more powerful during like other times. So, and it's shapeshifters and witches and all kinds of things, gods and creatures. I don't know, like, yeah, it's a weird series, but I'm enjoying it so far. And again, a lot of people have already read it, so I'm kind of behind the times. And then I admit I would like to finish the Bridgerton series. On the Way to the Wedding is the last book, Gregory's book, so of the Bridgerton kids. So look, I just want to put it on here because I'm like, I want to finish the series. That'd be nice. I mean, I still have the novellas of the epilogues to read as well, but I'm going to count that as series ending, but I want to get through the main books before I can read that. I think that'll be a fast read. Compared to, like a normal novel. I don't know. It'll be interesting. So anyway, those are a lot of possibilities. And yet I'm going to add more. So I'm going to do my spin. As I said, I do my little spin with the Tiny Decisions app that, to pick a fantasy science fiction book to try. And again, I'm just saying try because right now that's all that's happened so far. So, we're going to just try and see what happens. The Lost Queen. Oh, okay, I know it's that one. Okay, I'll get that in a second. So, sorry. But I'm also going to do historical fiction because I'm not reading enough historical fiction. I know I have a lot of stuff here, but I just need to start looking at my books more. So we're just going to do it again. Historical fiction this time. Wolf Bride. Oh, I think that's pretty short. Oh, good. That's a good one. Okay. And I have also a wheel for a romance, but I'm not going to do it because I'm going to try to finish the Bridgerton series. But just letting you know, I'm going to try to do that. So hold on. Okay, so again, I like to do those little spin things. I love all the TBR videos that people do that have all these elaborate TBRs, but clearly they don't work for me. So, but I like doing the spinning thing to at least try the books that I've bought. So yes, it's been kind of a fail so far. We'll get more into that later. But, so the next fantasy pick I'm going to try is The Lost Queen by Sigmund Pike. So this is, I think it's early, well, I can't remember, it's 800s? I can't remember, but it's like, northern England, Scotland area, I think. And I think it has to do with, or is it, I don't remember. But I think it has something to do with kind of the Merlin myth and then a queen around that time. So I'm not sure. I don't actually know enough about this, but it's one I bought that I've been meaning to get to. Of course, junky. Anyway, so I'm going to put that on there. And then I'm also going to put Wolf Bride, Lust in the Tudor Court, by Elizabeth Moss. So this is more sexy times, but in Tudor England. I don't know how I feel about this. I didn't remember that that was what this was. Yeah, it's Hilary Mantel meets Sylvia Day, so we'll see what happens. I don't know enough. This will be interesting. But she's a lady in waiting to Queen Anne Boleyn, so we'll see. Cooper. So anyway, that'll be fun. That might be a quick read but I've had it on my shelf. Anyway, so those are all the books that are possibilities that I'm going to read. As I said, I think my buddy reads and then the Booktube Spin are kind of my solid, those three are my solid TBR, but which are, these three. Everything else is a try, or, or I'm going to play around and see what I feel like. I'm going to read to my mood. I just need to read more, do mood reading more, because again, I can't lock myself into stuff. I mean, those are kind of locked in, but also not. I would, if I'd have to, get out of them, I will, but I really don't want to. Those ones I actually all want to read. So we'll see what happens. So, what are you guys reading in June? Anything? Do you have any readathons that you're taking part in, or are you taking part in these? Are you reading any of these books? Have you read any of these books, and any of them you think I really should prioritize or try to get to? Or just convince me that it's really good and I need to read it no matter what? I don't know. We'll see what happens. So anyway, that is my TBR for June, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.